What's up, guys? It's Rev J again. Now, instead of bringing you a limited release Jordan or something I couldn't wait to get or something from release day, this is actually something I found at the Nike outlet store. Every sneakerhead's gotta stop down there once in a while just to see what's available. You're not usually gonna find super rare retros or anything crazy like that, especially if you're in a big size 14 like me, but you do occasionally find great shoes for the money. It's not always about the collectability, sometimes it's about rotation. And today I picked up an absolutely great rotation sneaker. I don't mind beating up a little bit. I can wear every day if I want to, or at least put into the regular, the beater sneakers category. And the best part is it only cost 40 bucks, and that in this case is the Venom Green and Wolf Gray Nike AirRaid. So I get it. The AirRaid is not the most collectible or the most desirable Nike basketball shoe on the planet, but it came out in 1992 and it was actually pretty popular back then. The first shoe considered for streetball with the lockdown strap on top. Think about the design of the 8s. These actually have a lot in common with some of the basic features you saw on the 8. Now, it's obviously not a Jordan, it's a Nike Air model, it's a regular Nike shoe. It was general release back then, and most of the retros have not been super limited. There's been a couple that have been, I guess, more rare, but none of them have been extremely collectible or extremely desired. Like I said, for $44, this shoe is all about rotation. Let's take a look at a couple of the key features here. The majority of the body here is wolf gray, and you've got hits of pure platinum on the mesh, on the toe, and on the side here. You've got the straps, which are kind of the main focus of the shoe. Those are black with the Venom Green stitching. I think that's a pretty unique look. Venom Green sometimes polarizes me. It's like Volt. I don't want to see it on every shoe, but occasionally I don't mind seeing it. It's a good color. Don't rule it out completely. You do see that continue down on these, I guess you'd sort of midsole tabs where the lockdown straps actually mount to. That is the Venom Green as well, and it's got this sort of corrugated metal, diamond plate metal pattern stamped into it. Now that does continue all the way to the sole of the shoe, where you've got this sort of crazy pattern carved into the bottom here, and you'll notice it doesn't say Nike on the bottom, it just says AirRaid, but under that it says for outdoor use only. That was one of the main themes of this shoe. This was not for using in the gym. That's what the Jordans and the Nike basketball shoes were for, the regular basketball shoes. This was for streetball, which at that point was sort of a growing thing. Streetball, you gotta understand, is not always the rucker. When we think, especially people that don't live in somewhere like New York or LA, if you talk to guys like LeBron and Kevin Durant, getting out and playing streetball was where they found the love for basketball. And then games like the rucker and stuff like that obviously became sort of social demonstrations in terms of, the skill of these players. You could call it minor league, but that's not really fair. It's kind of a completely different environment in terms of the way the rules and self-called penalties and all that. I'm getting off topic. Let's talk back about the shoe here. This shoe was designed for streetball. That was the whole point of the lockdown straps. You'll see on the back of the heel tab here, you've also got the for outdoor use only again, and it does have a pull strap here on top. Just kind of a cheap piece of strapping here, but if you look at the design of the heel, it is extremely, extremely stiff. You really can't slide these on and off. You actually need to use the heel tab in these, which I think is kind of funny, but they hold your feet in great. And that's actually the next thing I want to talk about is these do fit and sort of cushion and support your feet very, very, very good. Actually better than a ton of other retro Jordan models. I've never bought any super late model Nike basketball shoes that weren't retros or LeBrons. I've never bought like a Hyperdunk or anything like that, but I know from a lot of reviews online that they're comfortable and they're good shoes. So if this was the technology back in '92, I can see why it was popular. Another interesting thing to mention, I said earlier that I was a size 14, and that's one of the things that holds me back from finding a lot of good J's for a good price. Strangely enough, this is actually a size 13. So far, the Nike AirRaid is the only Nike that I can wear a 13 in because of its width. It's an extremely wide shoe. I don't see a lot of half sizes, but if you have a bigger foot or if you're going to a bigger shoe because of the width of your foot or because of your instep, this might actually be a decent shoe for you. They're good to walk around in. They do grip great on asphalt and blacktop and everything like that, and they're supportive. You could wear them around for a while. They don't have quite the weight that some of the other retros do, but they're still not light. Again, if you watch my review from previous weeks of the Rocher Run, once you go to something that light, every other shoe seems heavy, and these do have a bit of weight to them. So one of the things I actually don't like about this shoe is the midsole. It's got this sort of super thick, cushy, black EVA foam, I believe it's EVA foam, with a wolf gray spatter. I'm not the biggest fan of spattered soles. I do like them on like my Bulls Over Broadway, but for this, especially the size and the midsole, I think it's a bit much. I kind of wish maybe they had stayed all black with it, or maybe brought the wolf gray down farther, but I think I'm just kind of bitching at that point. Really, for $44 on sale, it's hard to beat this for a rotation shoe. The release price was $125, they were on sale for $99, and then for some reason or other, maybe just because I'm awesome, I got them for $44 by the time I walked out the door and didn't even question the receipt. The entire liner is simply black. You've got a wolf gray footbed and a hit of the Venom green just on the Nike logo. The tongue has a hit of the pure platinum mesh up to the wolf gray leather with a Nike Air embroidered in black. Eye-popping colors like this, where you've got a lot of contrast between like the black and the Venom green, or they did some like with even like white and black, or any other high contrast combination, is the AirRaid logo. I don't know why. I like the font. It's got such a retro feel. Maybe it just brings me back in the day because I remember these. So when you were in grade school, it is possible that some kids on the playground had these. I never did growing up because I actually wasn't huge into basketball shoes when I was younger. I was more into Chuck Taylors and Converse and Vans and sort of the simple canvas shoes, which I'm not really into as much today, but there's nothing wrong with those. As a matter of fact, one of our upcoming views is going to touch on sort of the canvas, simple, low-pro shoe, but I'm not going to mention what that is yet. I think we should take a look at these on foot.
As I recline and sit and think about my life, wondering if I could see heaven through my skylight. I go further and I wonder if I'll ever make it in. The alarm rings, it's time for my day to begin. I'm a sinner, I'm a lover, and I stop and wonder, will my people love one another? Am I truly keeping my brother? I just want some space, I just need to breathe. On my knees praying God sees himself in me. I am far from perfect and know that's not an excuse. I don't want a therapist, I just go to the booth. Now I'm talking to you, plus I work with the youth, trying to teach you what the...
So you've seen them on foot. I just mentioned that I've got more shoe reviews coming up, and I always have more shoe reviews coming up. I've got some new gaming footage I'm going to put up for you guys, lots more automotive content. The weather is finally getting better. The Hatred Copter is parked over at the other shop, which means those upgrades are going to start coming pretty soon. I'm excited. You guys should be excited too. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter. I'm going to put all my links above here. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.